bright. Hold on, guys. So let's talk. This is King Gio in the house. Let's talk. It's Saturday. It's before New Year. I mean, before New Year's, before Halloween. So hope you guys, if you guys in a party, have fun. If you're gonna drink, don't drive. Call Uber. So today is just let's just talk. Let's just talk. Tomorrow I want to do something very interesting. Tomorrow I want to do a video on politics 101. So a lot of people don't know about politics, and a lot of people get confused. So I want to teach you the way I was taught, of course. I have a bachelor's in political science. That it's all not the president. There are factors that go behind that. But anyway, and then on Monday, I want to talk November 1st. I want to talk about recovery to alcohol. People who have addictions, people who have either alcohol addictions or drug addiction. I want you to come on my show, and if you have someone who's an addict, or you have someone who's an alcoholic or recovering, put them on my show. Let's talk about that, because I have good points, and if I can help a family member or a friend out to stay sober and stay clean, I want to do it. I've been 8 years sober. I was 25 years drinking, and I mean drinking. And I saw something yesterday that just blew my mind. It got me. It got the hairs on my skin to crawl, to stand up actually, and and I want to talk about it on Monday. And also, guys, I want to put this that on December is HIV month, and on December 1st, I am doing either a quilt or I'm going to do cups with people's pictures on it. So if you have a family member who has passed away from HIV, if you have a family member who died of HIV, please, I'm gonna put a link below. I'm gonna put you my email address and send me that picture so I can put it on the cup. That'd be cool. Have a cup or a blanket, a quilt. I'm still debating whether I should go to Washington D.C. and do the quilt. I mean, and display the quilt there, or just do it here on YouTube. Because I want to raise awareness also about the stigma of HIV still exists. And one of the reasons that we don't talk about HIV now, because if you weren't born in the era of HIV, or you weren't alive when HIV came out, you wouldn't know how these people would the people that passed not these people the people that passed away from HIV, from AIDS, how they were. And being that you have people who don't have symptoms or anything like that nowadays, you see them more healthy. You think, oh, nothing. No one thinks anything of it, right? But you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. So I want to talk about that this month. So send me your pictures for anyone, if you have it. If you want to not commemorate, if you want to remember a loved one. Of course, if I make the cup, if you want a cup, if you want a copy of the cup, just let me know. But it's going to be something interesting. The month of November, I think it's going to be interesting for all of us. I start a new job on Tuesday, so that's going to be great. That's going to be an adventure for me, because I haven't been in this field that I'm going to now in a very, very long time. And I think it's going to benefit me both physically and mentally. It's going to challenge me. Of course, it's going to challenge me. I'm always up for a challenge. I remember when I first found out that I was HIV positive. Most people cry, most people pout, and all that. I was like, yo, bro, let's do what we're gonna do. It is what it is, bro. Even though I had myself a big bottle of Bacardi, but I went with that mentality that it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. And then I said to myself, I'm not going to die until I see my oldest daughter. And that was back in 2002. And look at me, 2000, and now look at me now, close to 20 years later. So that was my mentality. I was like, yo, it is what it is. I ain't gonna pout, I ain't gonna scream, I ain't gonna cry. So I'm good with that. So that's what I take from this. So this job is gonna be challenging in itself, and I like a good challenge. I really do. I wish a lot of people, guys and girls, why you always say guys and girls, men and women out there, if you have a job that you want to do, go for it. If you want something that you want to do, go for it. Don't put limits to yourself. Don't do that. But when you put limits with yourself to yourself, you put in barriers, and that's no good. If you're not happy at your job, get yourself another job that you could be happy. But don't quit the first one first. Get your second job. Make sure you got that job, and then quit. You know, some of us have to work because there's no other, we have no other choice. But always do what you want to do. Always work where you want to work because that is the most satisfying thing in the world. You know, a lot of people through the pandemic, when they quit their job, they weren't doing what they went on to do what they like to do. And that's what and that's what you have to do. You know, life is too short for you to be staying stagnant. Life is too short for you to if a relationship if your relationship is messed up with your spouse or your relationship is messed up with your boyfriend or girlfriend. Don't stay stuck in that moment. Move on. You loved her, fine. It's time to move on. He loved you. It's time to move on. Don't stay stagnant in one place. That's no good. The life is supposed to be full of adventures. Yes, there's gonna be a lot of sadness. There's gonna be a lot of disappointments. You're gonna make a lot of mistakes, but from mistakes you learn. You just grow. You gotta grow within yourself. If you're in a relationship with a female and she's toxic, get away. If you're in a relationship with a man and he's toxic, get away. No matter how much you love him, you get away. Because there are more men and there are more women out there who will make you happy. So think about that. Don't stay stagnant in a relationship. If you know that a relationship is no good, just walk away. Plain and simple. If you have no kids, if you have kids, you say, "Well, I'm with that person because of my kids." No, stay away. Hi, Melissa Baez. Long time don't see. So if you're in a relationship, I'm a firm believer that if I'm in a relationship, whether I'm married or not married, and we're living together, and things don't work out, I'm not gonna stay in a relationship because of my kids. I won't do that because even though I'm making the kids happy, I'm not making me happy. If I'm not making me happy, I'm not making them happy. I'm doing good, Melissa, and you, long time. So I'm not making you happy. So I walk away. And that's how you gotta do in life. You gotta at a certain point, you gotta walk away of certain things. It might hurt you at the moment, but in the long run, you're gonna say, damn, I'm glad that I walked away from this. Because there are people who are toxic, there are situations that are toxic, there are jobs that are toxic. So if you're not happy in the situation that you are right now, walk away. Walk away. How's everything in your state? How you doing? How's the family? How's the business? And you just walk away. You know. Today's Saturday, so we're talking about anything, guys. So if you guys want to shout out something, you want to ask me your questions, I'd be more than happy to answer you. I try to answer it to the best of my ability. I think I'm astute at certain things, and when I'm not astute at certain things, I learn. Nothing wrong with learning, right? You gotta learn. You gotta learn somehow. And guys, if you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do subscribe to my channel. And I do have monthly subscriptions. So I have 3 different tiers. If you guys want to subscribe to my channel, you want to subscribe to my subscription, go ahead. Oh, it's been very stormy up in Maine, right? Melissa is one of my viewers for like 2 or 3 months now. Had a long conversation with her like 2 months ago. It was lengthy. So, and we were the only ones on, I think, her and somebody else, and we just talked for hours, which was cool, which I don't mind, of course. So this is your platform. You guys tell me what you want to do. If not, I just keep on ranting. Not ranting. I just keep on talking. Yeah, I heard of the nor'easter that happened that went by through New York, Boston, and all that. So that nor'easter cost you guys moaning because you guys couldn't get on a boat when there's a nor'easter or when it's a storm of that magnitude. Actually, it doesn't have to be a nor'easter per se. I'm just chilling. Tomorrow's gonna be Halloween. I don't know what I'm gonna get up. My birthday's coming up next month. Yo, I'm going to turn 50 years old. 50. I don't even know what 50 means. I don't even know what 50 feels like because I'm 49. I don't feel 49. I can't say I feel 20 because I don't. But I just don't know what 50 feels like. People ask me, my daughter, like, actually, what does 50 feel like? I don't know. Yeah, I know the seas goes crazy, so you can't have a boat out there. Yeah, happy Halloween. Luke, I am your father. So I don't know what it's gonna, I don't know what how it is when people ask me, how does it feel to be 49 or how does it feel to be 40? I don't know. Because I don't look 49. I don't look 50. I'm still good looking. Fuck. I tell my kids, you better hope you look this good when you're my age. Because dad likes to say, hey dad, you old. All right, mofo. Keep saying that. Remember, I'm their stepdad, so it's kind of different. So they don't have my genes. So I tell them, you better hope that you better hope that you have my, that you look the way I do when you're 50 years old. You know, because if you see their dad, their mom is beautiful, but their dad, no. Their dad, no. So yeah, I'm like, you better hope that you come out like your mom, because if you look anything like your dad, but it is what it is. I like to joke with them around, and so like I said, I don't know what it feels to be 50. So it's gonna be something new for me. I'm half a century old, and then the funny thing with age is that your kids try, because my kids do try. What they did try when they were younger. Even my daughter to this day, she's 20 years old, and she still thinks that she's smarter than me. So when she does something, and I catch her out there, she's like, "But dad, but they think that because I'm 49, about to turn 50, they think that I don't know the streets. They think that I don't know what goes out there. They think that I wasn't a kid. They think that my 80s or 60s, I mean, that my 80s and 90s, my time in the 90s, that I didn't learn them. All those things that they're doing now, we all did them before. You can tell that to my mom. You can get away with stupid excuses with my mom because my mom doesn't know any better. You know, my mom was my mom grew up in Puerto Rico, came here when she was 21 years old, so she didn't know any better. She was always in her house. So she doesn't know any street things. She doesn't know anything like that. So you can get over with my mom, tell her a few things. But with me, I'm like, yo, bro, I used to be a player, man. You can't pull a wool over me. You stupid. When they tell you, oh, dad, the teacher don't like me. Okay, the teacher don't like you. Oh, dad, the teacher has it for me. Okay, the teacher has it for you. I mean, the excuses that they give you, and you're like, what? I thought, like, my daughter. I used to tell her, babe, I was born at night, but not last night. Because they have a tendency, oh, dad, you old, you old, but they don't think I've already been through what they've been through. I've been there, done that. And who knows? I might do it again. I'm 50 years old. I'm gonna be 50 years old. So it's kind of funny how they try to pull a wool over you, and they can't. They can't do that. I'm Puerto Rican. You can't do that to a Puerto Rican. I'm sorry. We play those games. That's why that's one of the reasons that a lot of people, when I used to date girls, they were like, I used to date girls like if I don't date girls, when I had a girlfriend and stuff like that, or when I met a girl, right, or when you go out with a girl, and they think they're gonna get over you by cheating. Some girls have never gone out with me because they say I'm too nice. They love that thug look, and not thug. They want that boyfriend to be thug. And I'm like, I'm from the South Bronx, but I ain't no thug. I can act like a thug if I want to. I can talk like a thug if I want to. I can even dress as a thug if I wanted to. But that's just not my style. And they're like, oh, you're too nice, but I can't go out with you. And then I say to myself, so you prefer having a guy that beats the shit out of you and doesn't respect you than having a guy who does treat you right and does respect you. And it's and I find myself in shock because when I see females like that nowadays, this is what they like. Guys hang with their pants hanging down, which I don't know why they do that. It looks ridiculous. No, it's not some a lot of young women nowadays. They love that shit. They love that thug look. They love that roughneck man. And it's a shame because it gives this man, good guys, a bad name. Chivalry's out the door. Men be gentlemen today, and this generation. I don't even this generation is so messed up. That I wouldn't change my generation for this one. No way, no way. There's no respect at all in the streets. People talk to their parents the way they want to talk to. A good man. Let me tell you something about a good man. In today's day and age, it's kind of hard to find a good man because all you're gonna find are little kids. You have a 21-year-old, you have a 25-year-old, you have a 27-year-old. Those maybe not 27, but 21, 20, 23. Those are boys in a man's body. Because why? Because all they do nowadays is just They're sitting down on a laptop, or they're sitting down with their cell phones, or they're sitting down on a tablet, mostly on their cell phone, and they just text, and they don't get to know the girl. I mean, they forget that there's a world out there, or there's a way how do you conquer a girl. That conquering a female, that conquering a woman, that doesn't exist. Everything is just done by through text. There's no more. How do I conquer this girl? How do I do that? Yeah, or gaming. You know, there is not that. No more roses. No more. Let me get you a poem. There's nothing romantic of this generation at all. There's nothing romantic at all of this generation, and it's kind of sad. You know. So you go out with a 21-year-old because he's good looking, he's high, he got money. But when it comes to treating the female right, it doesn't happen. Because we have to understand, females have to understand that men and women have two different way of thinking. All right. When you go out with a woman, it's like your first day, your second day, and you go out with a woman, the woman's idea is like, I'm gonna go out with this man and I'm gonna watch a movie and I'm gonna enjoy myself. The man has, I'm gonna go to the movies and hopefully I can go to second base and then from second base go to third base. So that's the mentality of men today and age. Back when I was growing up, a movie was just a movie. I'm happy that I was going to the movie with a girl. You know, I didn't think about anything sexually or anything like that because that wasn't in my mind. But today's generation, a woman goes to a guy and all she wants is that he likes that thug, and the guy doesn't know how to treat a woman because for whatever reason it is. But it's kind of hard to get that chivalry today in today's age. So you know, would you like if you're in your 20s, would you date someone in your 40s, or you would date someone in their 50s, and why would you? And if you look this good, you have to date me. I don't care what it is. But anyway, so would you say to yourself, I'm 20, he's 20 years older than me. I don't want to go out with him. I don't want to date him because he's older than I am. But there's a benefit to going out with a 20-year-old, a person who's 20 years older than you, than there's someone who's your same age. The balance is in there. It's different. If you're a good looking man, right? Like me, right? If you're a good looking man, then you don't have to worry about if the female that you want to date is 20 years younger than you, because you can say, well, I'm good looking, right? She's good looking. I'm not looking. I'm not looking for anything sexually for her because she got a nice body, but that's not what I'm looking for. As to a 40-year-old man who's 20 years older than you, who looks rugged, who has fucked up hair, and that person is probably saying, I don't want to go out with a woman who's 20 years younger than me because it makes me feel younger. You understand what I'm saying? So there's two differences. Me personally, I've always dated younger women. And the only reason that I've dated younger women is because I have older men have a better standard of morals, not always, but it's a generational thing. Yes, it is true. We do. I mean, I still like to be a gentleman. I open doors. I like to cook. I like to appease the woman that I am with. You know, it's not always me, 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 me. It's more of her. Whether it's in the house, whether it's in bed, I always try to satisfy her for the simple reason is that because if you give her not what she wants, but if you give her what she needs, then she's going to reciprocate that. Thank you. And she's going to reciprocate that. So let's just say you come from a hard day at work and you say, babe, can you do me this? Of course, honey, I want to do it for you. Now, what the fuck you want now? Don't you see I'm tired? I'm work, blah, blah. I'm like, damn, I just came out of work too. That's what you get from a 20-year-old. So I've always dated younger women because I like to joke. I have a sense of humor that's like this big, like, right? And I like to joke. And when you have a woman my age that doesn't have no sense of humor, she's boring. I don't care how fine she is. She's just boring to me. Yes, that is, we have to, as men, we have to be very romantic with our women. But men don't understand. A good woman is hard to find. You can find a, I'm sorry, you can find any girl that's willing to go to bed with you. You can find that anywhere, you know. But a good woman is hard to find. And when you find a good woman, you keep her. But what a lot of men don't do is that they don't appreciate what they have. All right. To me, a woman is the backbone of a man. It's the backbone of a man. Check this out, through every successful man, it's always been a woman. I don't care if the woman was a prostitute. I don't care if the woman is 20 years, 30 years younger than him. Hey, me guy, I don't care if the woman is 20 or 30 years younger than him. Because that 20 or 30-year-old woman that's younger than you, and let's just say you're here, but you reach here because she's telling you to, even though she's telling you to do it because she wants your money, but she's still putting you up on that level. That's what a man does when a good woman is besides him. She's not good, but her intentions of getting him up is. So he's thinking to himself, oh, I'm gonna go big. I like peanut butter man. He will expect to buy them. Little things that stand out. Yeah, the little things, exactly. The little things that stand out. I don't celebrate. I don't celebrate. I'll do it if just to appease the lady that I'm with. But I don't celebrate Valentine's Day because I don't need to take one day out of the month, one day out of the year to tell the person that I'm with that I love them. I don't need to do that. I tell that person that if I love them, I love them. I'll tell them every single day that I love them. I had a girl one time. I was in the Bronx, and she didn't tell me I love you every day. Well, she did every day, but that day she didn't tell me I love you. And I said, babe, I want you. We were going to Walmart, no Kmart, and I said, tell me you love me. She goes, nope. I said, tell me you love me. She said, nope. I said, if we get into that store, and you don't tell me you love me, I'm going to throw myself on the floor, and I'm going to cry like a baby. She goes, you wouldn't dare. Yes, I would. So she didn't tell me I love you. When we got to the store, I dropped on my knee and I started pouting. She goes, okay, I love you, I love you, love you. I said, I told you, see, you avoided that. And I used to do sweet things. And like you said, the little things is the little things that matters the most. Out of the blue, you get that your girlfriend or your wife, you get something for her. She's like, what's the occasion? Why are you giving me this? It's just you say, it's just something that I wanted to give you to tell you how much I appreciate you, how much I love you. That's all. It doesn't have to be a special day for you to give your wife or your girlfriend or whatever the person is in your life a gift, a gesture, to letting that person know how much that person means to you. And that's what keeps marriages up. That's what keeps a marriage up. Communication is one of them. Keeping the flow, the honesty, all those little things that we take for granted. It's what keeps a relationship open, and also in a marriage to succeed. And if you're in a marriage and you're not happy with that person, you should also tell that person that you want to leave because you're not happy in that marriage. The person may be happy, but you're not happy. And sometimes we stay in situations or in marriages or in a relationship because we feel bad for the other person. And that shouldn't be done because you should think about you. You only live once, and you don't know anything to anyone but yourself and God. But it is what it is, right? But like I said, a lot of girls just like these thugs. They don't like that romance. I remember my girlfriend cheated on me one time. I was 18 years old. You know what I did? I bought her a bouquet of roses, and I gave it to her. She goes, "What's this for?" And I said, "This so you could know that every man's not the same." And that's it. I'm not a jealous guy. A lot of girls don't like that because I'm not jealous. And I get jealous to a point, but I'm not gonna get jealous if you go out to a club. I'm not gonna get jealous if you do this. Because you know what? At the end of the day, if a woman's gonna cheat on you, she's gonna cheat on you regardless. So what's the point of me, let's just say me following her? What's the point of me saying, yo, my friends follow you or have her locked up in the house? Because at the end of the day, they're gonna cheat on you regardless. So why put myself through a headache? Oh, she went to the club, she's gonna dance with somebody. Oh, she went to this, she's gonna do something. No, I gotta give her that trust. She breaks that trust, then it's over. I move on, you move on. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I gotta keep myself sane. I'm not gonna go insane thinking, oh my girl left. No, 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 no. I gotta keep on moving because when I'm in that casket or wherever it is gonna keep me, no one's gonna go with me. No one's gonna die with me. So I might as well have to enjoy life to the fullest. If I'm 10 years or 20 years with a woman and that doesn't work, I'll keep on moving. I'll find somebody else or I stay by myself. I was born alone. I'm gonna die alone. You know, just the point is to enjoy life. And if you're gonna enjoy life with that special someone, go ahead and do so. Go ahead and do so. I applaud all that. Like my hat. So tomorrow we'll talk about politics. I want to teach people about politics because we're just too stagnant in stupidity. I'm sorry to say that. Well, anyways, I just wanted to get some of your time. Hopefully, you will talk tomorrow. You will get a notification. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. And look, I'm doing shirts now. So you let me know if you want one. Look. King Geo shirt. This is a little bit crooked, but it's just the startup. I'm gonna start doing these. I'm gonna start doing these cups. See, this is gonna be my 50th birthday. It's gonna be a Marvel theme. You see, I'm 50 years old and I still like Marvel. Fuck it. You see, just happy birthday, Giovanni. 50. So that's gonna be one of my themes. Let's see. So whoever comes to my party is gonna get a shirt with their favorite Marvel character. No one can take the whole because that's me. No one.